Well, good morning, everyone. Today we are in part 2 of chapter 25. And where we pick up today, it says that Isaac and Rebekah got married when Isaac was 40 years old. Now, shortly after, in the progression of events, as we see unfold in chapter 25, we see that Rebekah is having trouble getting pregnant. And in verse 21, it says, Isaac pleaded with the Lord on behalf of his wife because she was unable to have children. The Lord answered Isaac's prayer, and Rebekah became pregnant with twins. Now, soon after, though, Rebekah feels this internal struggling going on within her, and she asks what's going on to God. And God basically responds pretty plainly and says that the two children that are within your womb are going to be rivals from the very beginning. He says that the older one is going to end up serving the younger one, and there's going to be discord that happens between them. They're going to represent two different nations. And so Jacob and Esau are born, and they grow up. Esau is a hunter, and Isaac tends to favor him a little bit. And Jacob preferred to stay at home more, and Rebekah favored him. Where we pick up the story today is that Esau comes in one day really hungry, starving from a long day of hunting, and he sees that Jacob is making some stew. And he asks Jacob for some stew, and Jacob responds and says, I will give you some stew if you agree to give me your birthright. Now, all I have to say is that Esau must have been really hungry to even consider giving up his birthright, because a birthright was cherished. It was prized to people. It normally was given to the firstborn son, and it involved normally a double inheritance of the family inheritance. And it was normally accompanied with a lot more spiritual blessings on top of that. But I want to pause here. And I think it's really easy for us to sit back and kind of point and say, Esau, what in the world were you thinking? Giving up your birthright, all of the blessing that came with that, for something so momentarily fulfilling as food is just satisfying your hunger, satisfying your thirst. And I want to point the question back at us, back at me right now. And the question that I have for us is, how often do we devalue the blessings that God has given us by the way that we live? As children of God, we have been given a birthright. We have been given blessings as children of God, and the way we live kind of shows how we value them. A subsequent question that I want to ask, how do I chase after material and fleeting things in this world, and in so doing not chase after my Savior, my God, the same one who offers blessings that cannot even compare to anything that I could chase after in this world? That question, I know, is not light. It's one that is convicting me even now as I think about the ways that I am chasing after things that pale in comparison to the blessings of God, to the promises of God. I want us to think about the ways that we are chasing after things, but I want to remind you of the blessings, the birthright that you have as a child of God. We don't have time to read it right now, but I want you to, right after this video, to go to Ephesians chapter 1, verses 3 to 14, read about the blessings and the birthright, the promises that you have as a child of God. Grace and peace to you. I hope you have a great day.
If these devotional videos are helpful to you, subscribe to our channel and click the notification button so you know when we post a new video. And of course, please share them with others.